Hello everyone, welcome back to the Road to 2200. Before we jump into a 10-minute rapid game, I want to show you guys a game that I played earlier today on chess.com. It's against a national master by the name of Ian Martinovsky from Canada. I probably butchered that last name, but yeah, I wanted to show you guys the game because this is the first ever national master I faced. Feel free to skip ahead to the rapid game if you just want to watch me play, but this will be pretty quick. All I'll say now is I was winning in this game at some point. So they start out with this, and against anything other than e4, I usually just play knight f6. So if they play this, knight here, I always just go knight in, just to kind of see what they're going to do. And then they play this. I'm just typical developing moves. These are all book moves. I didn't really know these are standard book moves. I was just kind of as you guys could probably tell the past couple of videos, I'm really trying to stay up on the clock and not think too much and allow for more time for calculation later on in the game, because I can't count the amount of games, especially on my Road to 2000 series, where I would lose the game or draw the game because of time. Like I would be winning, but I just don't have enough time, so I have to make a bunch of random moves and then my advantage is gone, or I ended up losing the game. So I don't really want that to happen, especially against someone this good. So I'm just playing pretty quickly. Kind of a stupid move. I was trying to play a Grunfeld type system, but it wasn't really going to work at any point. But just typical natural developing moves. They developed the bishop here, which makes a lot of sense to me. I still feel like this diagonal could really open up for me at some point if I ever get a c5 break. But I do this, they go here, which is a good move. I played this, which felt really stupid. I was like, okay, I don't really want to do this and block out my knight from developing, or my bishop that might want to come back. I obviously can't do this, I can't do this. So I just played this, again, super quickly. I'm playing pretty quickly. And then I gave up my fianchettoed bishop, which, like, again, I spent 4 seconds on this move, so I'm playing pretty poorly in the opening, but it is what it is. It's not that big a deal. They're making some pretty good developing moves, and I give myself an isolated pawn, and they get a tempo on my queen. So in the first minute of the game, I'm doing pretty poorly. My opponent is up +2. I have an isolated pawn. They're getting a tempo on my queen. I haven't developed my knight yet. It's just not very good position for me. So they do this, doubling up on my bishop. I don't really want to. The bishop wasn't really threatened to being lost because it's being defended by 2 pieces, but I can't really defend it another way because of this bishop. So I just wanted to get out of the way, hit this pawn depending on where the queen goes. And my opponent thought for 4 minutes. They had 9 minutes and 20 seconds here. And then they made their move on 5:55, so closer to 3 minutes. And within, 10 seconds, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take the queen. And then I'll snag a pawn. They play the best move. So like, this is just like, I don't know, like the engine doesn't really like this, but I thought it was a very good move initially because they are doubling up on this. They're hitting my queen, they're hitting this. They're just getting their queen into a very active square, and there's not really a clear way for me to kind of boot it away. So, and if I were to have done something like this, is that an idea? Okay, so it looks like this is +2.5. So I'm glad I took. That's the best move. They got their rook in, I take this pawn, and then they played the best move. Again, a national master, they're very good. They're showing very good understanding of the position. I come here to hit this pawn, and then they do this. They spent 20 odd seconds on this move. And I was wondering, I was like, do they just not see this pawn hanging? I didn't really think that was the case. I feel like they figured, okay, if he takes this pawn, he has to be getting mated some kind of, okay, obviously he can't go there right now, but what I calculated during the game was this, and then I was going to jump in here like this, which is pretty good. Because if I take here and then they do this and I take here, I don't think that's great for me. Because the rook is hanging, but my knight just can't move, and then this is going to come in with tempo. So I quickly calculated part of that line, and so I figured taking was good, and then they come back here, and then I go here. I guess I shouldn't have said I was winning. I should word it like this. I was up 2 pawns. I have an outside A pawn. My pieces haven't been developed that great, especially my knight, but I feel like I'm doing pretty well here. During the game, I kind of felt like, okay, this is probably -1 is kind of what I assessed. And if I can get my knight here and here, I'm big chilling. But that's going to be very difficult because of this. So I probably have to develop the knight this way, and then they'll probably be able to get a pawn, but it's not that big a deal. So they bring their bishop here, and this is the first time the engine gives me absolutely anything. It's -0.05, but yeah. So I develop my knight, which is not a good move. Try and see if you can figure out what the best move is here for white. It's bishop here. I believe that's, or no, I guess during my analysis that's, oh, bishop check. Yeah, okay. You're here. Yeah, and then this is pretty scary for me. Okay, that's actually what it was. I have to sack, because maybe during the game I would have done something like this. They have mate and 12. Rook d8 is the move. Here, 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 and that's mate. Yeah, so I can't. Yeah, that's actually okay. Fair enough. Maybe they saw all of that, or at least part of that. But they didn't go for that. They instead went rook d7, which I thought was also a pretty good move. I get my knight here, getting a tempo. I kind of assumed they'd give me a check, so they give me a check. I immediately, I think I pre-moved bishop. I didn't pre-move it, but I've had my finger hovered over it. And then they do this, and I'm winning. I am winning. It's minus 1.2. What I should have gone is just a5. a5, a6, a4, or sorry, a5, a4, a3, a2, and just go win the game. They don't have anything here. They can never bring the rook here and double up and try any of this because my knight is here. But I play the stupid move, and I hit their rook with tempo, and they, yeah, like 20. As soon as I did this move, I realized, oh wow, that's a really stupid move. Yeah, they just went here. I tried one last ditch effort. I pre-moved this because I knew they'd find this, and they find the best move, which is here, and I resigned. Yeah, so I was pretty sad about this because, yeah, like by move, what? By move 24, I'm beating a national master. I have just, like, I blunder here, but they don't see it. They come here, I come here, and just, yeah, just here, they come here, and you just throw that A pawn down the board. You just chuck it down the board, and there's just, it's not there's nothing. They, at some point they can come here and stop it, but it's just overwhelming, man. Like, I have other ideas to maybe come in here, or sorry, that's not how knight moves, but I don't know, like, so it hurts a little bit. Like, again, I thought for 8 seconds, so we're like, I guess my what I should take away from this game is like, yeah, you can play quickly and try not to be down on the clock for too much, but this is such a delicate position. This is so delicate. Like, my opponent is losing, but if I misplay this, if they can get the rook here, which is what they did, I'm cooked. I'm just absolutely cooked. So yeah, little unfortunate, but it happens. My opponent was a good sport. I told them that they're the first national master that I'm facing. I'm about to jump into a 10-minute game now. I told them that they're the first national master I've ever faced, and I told them good luck, and they were like, good luck to you as well. So good sport. Sucks we couldn't get the win, but feels good to know you, like, you know, these titled players aren't like untouchable. You know, we're getting a Philidor. I just faced this earlier today, I'm pretty sure. This exact line, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Well, I literally know that this is the best move. I guess I could castle, but then they'll play this, and I don't really want to deal with that. Oh, can they do this, and then this? I'm not sure. Here, here. They don't go for it, so I say we try and go after that bishop. They might do something like this, but then this comes a check. If we can get their dark squared bishop, I'd be pretty happy. I still don't know if this works. It doesn't now that the queen is blocked from that square. Okie doke. So let's grab the bishop. Presumably they'll grab back because it's with check. So we have the bishop pair. I'm pretty happy. I'm going to come here. Let's come here. Maybe threaten bishop g5 as well. That'd be kind of a nice move. That'd be a pretty nice move because, yeah, the queen is the one that's there. And Here, takes. I jump in here, hitting both of these pawns. Here they're going to take like this. I don't really want to allow that. So we're going to come here. It looks like we're not going to be able to maintain the bishop pair. Yeah, that's what I figured as much. If I come here, they're likely going to do this if I had to guess, but honestly, that's fine with me. They're going to really weaken their king side. Why does my water bottle never have water in it when I record? Never ever in my life. Okay. Seems like opening up the A file seems like the best idea to me. Yes, Aruni. Yes, Aruni. Can I do this? Is that a move? Is that a move? Is that something I need to be wary of? Here. I take, and then take. And their king side is really not good. Here they take. I also have the option to do this, hitting the rook with tempo. But then they could come here and win back this pawn because it's being doubled up on. In fact, my knight is doing pretty poorly there. I guess I'd have to come back here probably. I would be able to eye up the a7 pawn, but that seems like a needlessly long line to go into. Let's jump in with our knight. They, of course, cannot take because their queen hangs. I'm assuming this is what we're probably going to see, at which point we'll take, and take. And yeah, they have a weak a7 pawn, or sorry, h6 pawn. Yeah, this doesn't work. Again, their queen is being hit with tempo by my knight, which cannot be captured right now by this. And if they do something like this, then we take here, hitting the queen and the rook. Yeah. Okay, good. So I can damage their structure right now, which seems pretty good for me. But I want to do it like this here. And then maybe come in here, hit the pawn twice, threaten this. Do I have anything better? My opponent is from Spain. Do I have anything better? Here. I personally prefer having knights in endgames. I mean, it's not going to be an endgame if we trade down like this, but it could liquidate down to an endgame, and the prospect of having a knight is very nice. I come here, they probably come here. I know you want to preserve your dark sword bishop, but they're also eyeing up this, because at some point they're going to do this. I'm going to take like this. Probably seems stupid to take like that, but I personally think it's... Could do this as well. Here, probably come here. Then we could push with f4, and we're really knocking on the door there. Really knocking on the door there. Maybe h4 now. h4 now. But unfortunately with h4 they have time with this. They have time for that. Yeah, but the other problem is if I go here, I never have that h4 break. Could do this here. A lot of ideas here. A lot of different options I could have. This is not a move. So f4, queen f3, and queen h5 are my three candidate moves. One of you commented in my last video, try and explain my thought process for all of my moves, and I feel like I already do that a pretty good amount, but I'm going to try and do it a little bit better. So hopefully I've been able to explain my reasoning pretty well. 6 minutes to their 8. I feel like my position's better, so I'm okay with the slightly lower time. Here, drop back. I really like that, actually. Yeah, I'm going with f4. But something in me really thinks queen here is better. I'm going with f4. I'm going with f4. They're probably going to kick me away. Then I come here. I just see some nice ideas with queen here, rook lift, maybe pawn here. Yeah. Yeah, because here. It's just kind of a scary position for my opponent to play, in my opinion. Yeah, they're smart. They're smart. They see these things a couple miles down the road. So here. Yeah, they're also preparing rook g8, which is smart by my lights. Smart player. We're going to come here. They come here, then we're going to do this, threatening this pawn because the queen is no longer here, 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 here. How do I want to do this? My opponent's playing quite quickly, and something in me doesn't think it's correct here. Allows them to go to this square, though, unfortunately. So this and this doesn't work anymore. I elect we get one of our rooks into the game via this, hitting this pawn. If they hit my queen, not a big deal. I don't really care too much. Might try and go for this, but that's a cheeky move that doesn't work, I don't think. Okay, let's move our king out of the way. It's a very good player, very good player. Here, they come here. Now again, here they do this, unfortunately. Come here. I need to pick up the pace a little bit. My opponent is playing quite quickly. They're making like all their moves within 10 seconds. Probably king here if I had to guess. Yeah, seems like an only move to try and keep that pawn. Now here, e5 is also interesting. Yeah, we're gonna go for e5. This seems like a very nice idea. Because if they take, we take like this. I don't know what they take back with, but then we take and we're doubling up on this pawn with our rook and our queen. This seems very killer for me, I can't lie. They take like this, and then here, yeah, it's I don't know how you protect this pawn a second time. Also making way for our knight to get in. Yeah, that's kind of crazy to allow this. Here, here. My knight is getting in, threatening some other jumps. Yeah, if here I'm going to take this instead. Could do this, this, and here. Oh yeah, that works, doesn't it? Here, they take. I give this check. They block. Yeah, I think this works. Also getting another idea to attack this. I believe this idea works, the sacrifice. If they take my rook, then I take their free knight, and then I'm able to capture with their rook, and I'm up a piece. And the attack continues. Because now I'm threatening even this potentially. Yeah, but that just hangs a knight, I think. That just hangs a knight. Did they mouse slip? Did they mean to? Yeah, I think they maybe mouse slipped. I think that was a mouse slip by them. I think they maybe meant to take my rook. But my opponent wants a rematch, but I think I'm just gonna play one game. Ooh, wow, that's very nice accuracy. We played with 92.3% accuracy. We had a brilliant move, which makes me believe it's that rook sacrifice. Yeah, you can see here at the end of the game. I mean, we just had a steady advantage. Hopefully you guys can like understand my reasoning. A lot of people who are maybe not up to the 2000 plus level, regardless of what your level is, 500, 1800, or maybe even close to 2000. Yeah, I guess this did work. Yeah, whoops. Yeah, here, here, here. Yeah, it's not that big a deal. You always want to preserve. This is called the center fork trick for people who don't know, where you temporarily sack one of your pieces. It's whenever you have this kind of a configuration where, I don't know how to word it, but just look up center fork trick on YouTube and you'll find a ton of videos. here, and then they have to take back, and then you fork them because the pawn is defended by the queen or some other piece, maybe a rook. It usually works best with like a queen or some other kind of major piece. But you always, if you're in this position, don't freak out. Usually it doesn't mean that they're better. It just means that they've maybe gotten a little bit of a positional edge. You always want to preserve your bishop. Always want to preserve your bishop here. And this is really not that bad. I mean, like white is still winning. So yeah, just a little, it's called the center fork trick. So always look out for this in your games. I wasn't paying too much thought to it. So yeah, that was maybe not good. So best, takes, drop back. What did it want instead? Oh, bishop e2. That feels very unnatural to me. I'd rather be on this diagonal. But stockfish will be stockfish. What did it want instead? Rook e1. That makes sense. In these kind of Philidor positions, I can't count the amount of times these f4 breaks are just super nice. So bishop here. They play, I guess, a great move, h6. Oh, wow, great move. Here. Then you jump in with the knight, and this is +3. Already +3. They played the best move. It's kind of forced. I mean, like if here, then they actually just lose the queen. So can't do that. They have to go to a square that's not forkable. So they play the best move. I play the best move as well. Here. What did it want? Oh, knight e3. Not even one of the moves. Because if you guys remember, the 3 candidate moves I had were queen here, and f4. One of those 3 were my candidate moves. Knight back was not something. I mean, that's interesting. Maybe I should have thought about it here. Maybe knight e3. Yeah, knight e3 is best here as well. That makes a lot of sense because you're jumping your knight in, you're hitting this, you're hitting this. I need to keep that in mind. That's a great move. Yeah, whatever. Here. Wait, so what did it want here instead? Knight h5, again, kind of similar. It's maybe just a little bit more forcing. You're just kind of really in their grill. You're keeping contact with this pawn as opposed to what I did, which is in contact with no pawns. They brought the rook here, which I thought was a good move. It says it's an inaccuracy, but I thought it was a good move. I brought my rook in because, like, one of the things that people tend to get really afraid of is, you know, discoveries or something like that. But like, if you can just rule out, like the knight doesn't really have any crazy discoveries where it's going to really do anything that's scary. You know, at the end of the day, I always have a check if I really need it. So like this, for instance, wouldn't work because of this check. And I'd come here. Oh, don't take that. But at the very least, like you're getting out of the check and you're chilling. Yeah, knight e2. It really wants you to just bring back this knight and bring it back over this way. That makes sense. So you don't always need to be afraid of like knight, you know, knight, but like discoveries on your queen if you've ruled out all the discoveries aren't scary. So here, best move. Just kind of getting my queen more involved, hitting this pawn. They played what I think is the best move. Yep, there. And then this. Okay, I'm really interested to hear what, okay. Our good old friend knight e2 is still the best move here. It really just wants you to reroute this knight because it doesn't really have much of a life on this side. I was playing with this idea kind of in my head. I didn't say it out loud because it's not a thought. It's not something that really, like, you're only helping black kind of move their queen to okay, not that square, but you're really only helping black by, because the queen here, I'm happy with the queen here. It's out of the, this is where all of the major stuff is happening. And the queen is completely detached. So I don't really want to hit it with tempo and make it move somewhere else, potentially closer to where I'm attacking. So, and let's see where e5 ranks. e5 is not even one of the best moves, but that feels like a very human move. But that is a crazy best move to me. That's such a crazy best move. I felt like this would probably be more natural. At which point, yeah, I was thinking like here, and then here. Because again, once you do this, you have what move? Yeah, queen f6 check. I'm surprised queen f7 isn't the check that it prefers here, because you're winning a knight, no? It wants queen f6 check. King h7, and then queen here. Okay, I've never understood those kind of moves, to be honest with you. Like, what's the difference between doing this here and taking, and doing this and then taking? Like, did I win a tempo or something? I don't know. Anyway, if some of you in the comments who are better, more advanced players than me, maybe try and parse out the difference between queen f6 check and queen f7 check. I just don't get it. Yeah, both of them are winning. They literally are announcing mate, so I guess they're both pretty good. But okay, that's not what ended up happening. They took with the other pawn, which was best, but to me that felt like just very losing because of this. Yeah, this is the best move. Let's look. So yeah, so this is, oh, this is another move. What? No, okay. I was gonna say why. For some reason it looked like the engine was recommending. Oh, it was recommending king takes f7 on the previous when the knight was here. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, rook takes, d6 is the best move. Knight e4, once again, just constantly our friend, the knight, going back to e2 or to e4. Which, yeah, if they just do nothing, I think this is just like, probably just like a forced mating net somehow. I don't know how exactly. I don't know exactly what would be my move here. Here, then back. Oh, okay, yes, but then, does that really work here? Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I forgot. Because I was going to say, this is defended now. Anyway. Oop, went too far. So here, and then, yeah, calculated for like 30 seconds. And when a piece is only defended by one pawn, you can you just look for different sacrifices, especially if you notice, like, because I calculated like rook takes, I take with check. And if they just move away, then I take the rook. But if they block with the rook, I still just take. And then I come here, and this is just uber winning. I'd probably bring my knight in. Yeah, knight e4 is the second best move, it says. Here. Yeah, just like this is all just completely winning. I might even play something like this and this. Like it's all good. Okay. And then I think they just I think they malfunctioned. I think they just mouse slipped and didn't take, and then yeah, just takes here. Cool. Well, yeah, really nice game. 2090, which I don't know if that's my peak. It might be my peak. 2094, which I hit earlier today. Yeah, I didn't want to play a game that would get me to 2100, so I stopped playing. That's not true. I played a couple times and then I lost a couple of games, but we're up to 2090. Very nice rating. In the next video, we could very well hit 2100, which is halfway to our goal of 2100. Or sorry, 2200, which is crazy because this is only like day 27, 28 of this series. It took me like 140 days to get to 2000 from like 1700. So I'd be very surprised if I get to 2200 in under 100 days. I personally don't think it's going to happen because, as you saw, some of these 2200s are just insane. Like sometimes they blunder, but they just stay in the game, and it's crazy how good they are. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the recap from the National Master game I played earlier today. And yeah, we got a nice win. PSA, don't play the Philidor. It's a pretty bad opening, to be honest, because white just gets so many nice positions. Yeah, cool. Well, thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.